Hey, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? Ben here from The Consulting Guys, and if you have no idea who I am, new to this channel, I'm going to start uploading more videos, but what we do is we help agency owners, consultants, people looking to work with clients grow and scale their businesses. So in this video, I want to talk about how we make decisions. And it's really cool to talk about sales tactics and strategies and how to do ads and funnels and this and that, tactical stuff. But I think starting with the fundamentals, like how you make a basic decision, is just as important, okay? Because why? Why is that? Well, if you look at a quote by Tony Robbins, there's a quote by Tony Robbins where he says, your life right now, where you're at right now, is a sum total of all of the decisions you've ever made, right? So if your life is awesome, well, hey, you made some good decisions. Great job, right? So maybe you don't need to be watching the rest of this video, but if your life isn't where you want to be, or if it's like just flat out sucks, there's a good chance that you made more bad decisions than good decisions. Okay, so I want to share with you how myself and my business partner Ryan, how we make decisions, how we helped our clients. And if you're on a sales call, even this stuff actually helps people on sales calls, because at the end of the day, you're really just helping them make a decision. Okay, so it kind of does relate to sales. So if you look at most people, they wait until they're like close to 100% certain that making this decision is the right thing, right? I'm gonna start saying choice because it's, for some reason, it's hard for me to say decision today. Anyway, okay, so that is a problem. If you have to wait until you're like 80, 90, 100%, the fact is you're almost never going to be that certain, right? And if that is your criteria for making a choice, you're going to waste a lot of time, okay? So you probably agree that it's really important to take action fast, to not procrastinate, right? All that stuff. Well, you have to learn this skill, okay? And I don't want to start sounding like Ty Lopez here, so I'm not going to go off on a tangent and explain how important it is to make fast decisions. But here's the basic fact is, if you wait around for 6 months thinking, oh, should I start this business or this, or should I work with this niche or that niche, you're wasting so much time that you could have been making money, right? Could have been having a better life, but whatever. Okay, so how we do it is that we look at the odds. Okay, everything is based on odds. Playing the odds like a gambler, right, or an investor. We don't wait until we're like 100% certain that this is the right thing. We look at what are the odds of us. Let's say we're going to invest in a new mastermind. We spent 30K when you translate it into Canadian, 30K last year on a higher end mastermind, right? Why did we do that? Why didn't we just save the money and just do stuff ourselves, right? Well, we had a goal. So our goal was we're trying to hit a certain revenue mark, which is above where we are at now. And we're like, okay, well, what are the chances that we'll get there by ourselves? Well, pretty good. Okay, let's say 80% chance we'll get there by ourselves at some point. But what are the chances we'll get there a lot faster if we had help, right? Let's even say we went lower. It's let's say it's 50% chance we'll do it ourselves, but with help, maybe that bumps up to like a 70 or 80% chance, right? If you have the right support, the right environment, the right network, the right skills, it's a big one, the right mindset. That bumps it way up. There's a big difference there. So it's would you rather have a 50% chance of failure and wasting time, or would you rather have a 20% chance of failure, right? There's two ways to look at it. So for me, my biggest thing is not wasting time. Money is, less important for me than saving time at this point, right? The older you get, I'm only 32, but for me, time, if I could snap my fingers, time flies like that, right? So I'm concerned about time because I wish somebody had taught me when I was 20 or 18 or 15 or 10 the true value of time versus money, right? So I'll tell you right now. I wrote this in an email like a week or two ago, but since you're probably not on my email list, I'll just tell you. So, like if I gave you $1 million, or if you just had $1 million, in your bank account right now, would that be a lot of money? Yes or no? Well, for most of you guys, you're gonna say yeah. Okay, but what if you got that $1 million after working for 40 years, right? You got that $1 million after working for 40 years, this big time span of 40 years. Is that a lot of money now? Not so much, right? Well, okay, what if you got that $1 million in 1 year? Is that a lot of money now? Like, yeah, that's a lot of money, right? So the difference, same amount of money, the difference is time, right? So hopefully you start to get that if you never really thought of it like that before. So, I mean, it all comes back to playing the odds. And, the other part of it, the other really main thing for me is avoiding regret, right? So all kinds of things that they say an ounce of discipline, or it's like the price of discipline and the cost of regret. It's like an ounce of discipline saves you like a ton of regret or something. And I don't know exactly what the quote is, but at the end of the day, I don't want to get to my deathbed one day looking back on my life and saying, you know what, I could have went for this. I had this big dream, and I let fear stop me, or I could have worked with this person, but I wanted to save a few $1,000, so my life turned out shittier or something like that. There's a lot of people who are in our Facebook group who are still working 9 to 5s. Maybe that's you. Haven't quite figured out how to make the jump to, even just freelancing or, creating an actual client business, and they're constantly watching from the sidelines, and they're like, man, why not me? I see other people winning, making money, living the life I want. How come I'm not there yet, right? I know, because that was me. That was me like 5 years ago back in school. Just seeing people who are like younger, like way younger than me. Like, well, I say 5 years ago back in school, like I went back to school when I was 25 for engineering. But anyway, I was like, man, these people are like living the life I want. I'm like, if I don't figure this out, I will never forgive myself, right? I will regret that. In other words, I will regret that decision, right? So anyway, that's how we make decisions. We don't wait to be 100% certain. We have a higher tolerance for uncertainty. And if you look at even the definition, just to go off on a bit of a tangent, if you look at the definition of an entrepreneur, it is literally like, I'll actually Google it right now. Entrepreneur definition: a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses, taking on greater than normal financial risks in order to do so, right? So greater than normal financial risks is almost the same as like saying someone who can tolerate more uncertainty, right? So anyway, think about what I said in this video. If you're, this really goes for anything, but if you're like on the fence about maybe joining a program or whatever the decision is, maybe it's moving across the country, or going back to school, or quitting your job and going freelancing full time, or investing in a coach or a course, whatever, right? Think about it, like the true time value of money, the playing the odds, right? And minimizing regret. So hopefully this helps. If you liked this and you're not in our free Facebook group yet, it's called the Client Business Blueprint. I will put the link in the description or something like that. You can come and join. We go live in there. We're trying to go live a lot more frequently, at least once a week. Just doing Q&As and talking about various topics related to growing your client business, right? So, this video has been kind of, I would almost say it like mindset related, but we go into detail on like sales and lead gen and marketing and all that cool stuff. If you like that stuff, again, check out the link in the description. Come join the group, say hello. If you come from YouTube, drop a comment to say, hey, I saw this video, I thought it was really cool, or whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Peace.